Oh, wrong video title. 72. No, we're on 72 now, so what are we doing now? So we're playing with modularity. Now we're contributing a README. Okay. Copy and pasta. Okay, contributing README. All right. So I realize this is not necessary. We can simply include same content. This content should actually be within this operation, which is static README, which produces README contents. Right, so yeah, so right, so this would then add this README.md, which is whatever we put in there, right? Because we'll just console test this. And then this operation, so static README. So this is its own overlay. And we need to somehow say cd repo directory. Right, okay, so this operation adds the following static markdown file as readme.md within repo.directory. Okay. So, all right, great. Okay. So now is there any reason why we shouldn't just say, yeah, have it be Python? So maybe we'll just do it. Let's just do path up. Repo.directory. Let's grab down. Else strip. All right. So this writes out, or let's see, this writes out the static README. So let's actually do that down here. Let's see, so static README, contribute README. So then we do check out. Okay. Standards. Okay. Free README file. Okay, so this is an overlay. Okay. Okay. So this is the one that does the get stuff. Okay. Add. Message. Okay, so create README file. If not as README, if as README, return. Right, so do not create README if it already exists. And so that will come from this has README function. So we could also potentially have these, which are sets of overlays, and an overlay could be just a set of overlays, right? So you could say contribute recommended community standards, and you could say, you know, this is the README one, okay? And so then I'm going to do the same thing for the README one with everything else. So it'll be README contents. This is README contents. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward here. So basically, if has README, get out of here. If not, write the README, right? So README textdraft.dident my action projects README. Okay, so has README repo feature definitions get repo split. Alright, README contents. So this is another one, which is standards, static README. Static README contents. All right, so here we go. All right, so this just returns this README contents. Okay. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, so if we have this overlay enabled standard static README, then we will populate with my awesome projects README. Okay. Please contribute recommended community standards. So README contents, README contents, README contents, here and here, right? So we're going to assume all these overlays are enabled right now. All right, so create README file. So has README, right? Okay, so here's has README. So has README and create README file. They're very similar. We're going to put them together, right? They're going to be in this. Please contribute recommended community standards. This is the real base of it, right? So this is either you have it, you don't, and I'm contributing it if you don't. Where I'm getting that information from either as an input, could be given as a direct input. If I was running a system context, I could run Alice, please contribute recommended community standards, and I could say README contents explicitly is blank, right? And then I would not receive the README context from static README contents. Okay, so to do run this system context where README contents is given on CLI or overridden via disabling of static overlay and application of overlay to get to generate contents dynamically. Okay. Okay. So, all right, we're still streaming. Okay, so let's go create a README. Alright, so GH. Okay, so we're gonna run this. Please contribute recommended community standards. We still need to do this interlinked support here. We want this to be standard Python, right? So we don't want to actually have DFML involved at all to make this work. We just want these to be regular old functions. So, and we could point this at a class or a module. We're just defining them as classes right now. So, all right. Because our goal is just to encourage, clean code. We don't want to get in the middle of it if you want to do it a different way, but if you are writing clean code, we do want to be able to let you use overlays and that type of thing, because your clean code will facilitate that just by writing it in a modular fashion, right, with good data flows sort of way. Right, so then you can write other stuff that just uses this ad hoc, right, like you traditionally would, or you can have the data flow stuff just figure it out for you. So, all right. All right. So I'm going to remove all these. Because I want this to be as responsible for this. No, I don't want us to, I don't want you to even know. Like, we shouldn't even know that we're using DFFML. Like, we should totally have the ability to not use it at all, right? So we don't want to have to subclass or do anything. We just want to have to use our standard tokens, and then we could write whatever other code we wanted. So stack. Okay. Just as readme per readme file. Okay, so repos. Okay, so let's take a look at this top to bottom. Right, so on line 64 we start. All right, so we have this contributing CLI. We look at the repos. All right, for each repo, we're going to say, does it have a README? Right, so we're going to say, we're going to trigger this, please contribute recommended community standards. We're going to say, does it have a README? Right, then we're going to say, okay, so if it does have, or if it doesn't have a README, right, then bail out. Otherwise, it doesn't have a README, create that README file, right? So where are we getting that? Well, right now we're just taking from this default static overlay, right? Which is this is we're just going to return this static value, and we can remove this later, right? But we're just doing that for now. And then so how are we contributing it? Well, we're contributing via Git. So we add another overlay which understands Git, right? And so how did we do that? Well, okay, so we don't need that method. Okay, so how did we do that? Well, we basically just we're gonna leverage some of our console test stuff and add a little somehow hook op. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna say any class that's passed, right? So as a Python object that wasn't wrapped, we're gonna wrap with op, and op is going to take the class and turn it into a system context. And then appropriately, make we'll be able to handle these execs here. So yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so this is how we contribute to README, right? So we do commit message. Okay, and so then we can say, what should the commit message be? So static README commit message, right? So some different project might have a different commit message style, right? So so if you had a project with a different commit message style, you would apply an overlay. You would subtract the static README commit message, and you would apply an overlay which generates a commit message in the style of that repo, right? Okay, so, and actually what would you have now? So you would have static README commit message. You would have commit message. Yeah, you would just do optional message equals. Yeah, okay, just do this. And that way, if it's set, then README commit message. Okay. That way, if it's set, that way, yeah, you can just set it like this. So you can say, contribute README. Okay, so standards git contribute README. Commit message. Yeah, so you know the file. This is readme md contribute readme md file path. Yeah, no contribute readme md, right? So then we know that's what we're doing, and so we readme commit message, and we say, so what is the issues that we're searching for? We're searching for issues. Let's say recommended community standards Alice. So we're gonna just make this say commit message Alice. Or let's see. Recommended community standard. README. Or add README. Alright, so that's a commit message. I don't love it, but there it is. Housekeeping. No, okay, yeah, we'll just do that way. README. Okay, so that's the commit message by default. So repo directory, and then commit message. Okay. All right. So I think that looks good. So I think this does everything we wanted. Okay. So README contents. Okay. So this one we should do the same. And then that way we don't even have to bother with the static overlays. So, okay. So, all right. Okay. Okay. Branch name as a README commit. Okay. So then we're on that branch. Okay. So repo, check out the branch. All right. I think that sounds reasonable. Okay. So what does this assume? Well, it assumes that if you see a Git repo, you know, it's up for grabs as far as this thing is applied, then yeah, it's up for grabs as far as just go grab it and contribute README to it. Okay, so you gotta be careful. That's what. Okay. Let's not do this there. Await if mal.run command. Okay. Yeah, let's not mess with this. D equals repo.directory. Add. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So, that whole concept thing. We'll just do this. Okay. README commit message. README. Okay, so okay. Alright, so we're making this has README. I'm just saying, okay, screw this, we're not going to do that right now either. We're already doing enough stuff right now at the same time. We don't need to do that too. So this one's going to be that scope there. So where's this? 312 is unhappy with this. Okay, so close meta issue. Okay, so security PR. Okay, README PR. Okay, so close meta issue. This one will be README PR. Alright, yeah, close my issue, yeah, so basically this would, spawn background task to do spawn background task. I could use an orchestrator which creates a GitHub Actions cron job to execute later. Okay. Close my issue. Okay, close my issue. Set close my issue. Trigger. Set close meta issue trigger. Excuse me. Yeah, so this would be okay, so later. Okay. And Brenda. Time. So it takes an orchestrator. And then we'll use some memory. Okay, fuck this. Okay. README PR. These commands. So README PR, surge PR. Okay. All right. All right, bye. Base. Okay, the base. Head. Head. Okay, and that's the README branch. Great. Okay, and the base is what is this? The default branch. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this is interesting. So what PR is your branch targeting? So what PR is your branch targeting? Yeah, it's not necessarily the default branch all the time. So base. So we'll just say base. All base. And this will be so README branch. So okay, so git. Okay, README branch, README branch, README branch. Okay. I get that branch. Okay, so now there is the README branch. There we're referencing it from the other class. Okay, and so but this is the README branch, and this is the base branch. Okay. Yeah, so this should take a base, which would be base branch. Okay, get that base branch. Alright, so you just get, okay, base branch. Alright, base branch. Base branch. Okay, so so the base branch is not necessarily, so the base branch is the branch we want to contribute code into. It's not necessarily going to be the same as the default branch. You know, people may have means that it's default branch because people go and look at main on GitHub, but then really the base branch, which you should be contributing to, is develop or something, right? So we need to make sure we take that into account, right? So we're going to take this base branch. Okay, or no, we're going to produce this base branch, and we're going to take in a repo and read if null feature git there if feature git if null feature git feature operations. So default branch. Okay, so okay, repo default branch. All right, so let's see, what is this thing do? So right now, what we'll do is we will return the default branch to do, okay, so the repo default branch. Okay, determine base branch. Okay, so this thing should have default branch as an input. Okay. So git branch, that's the definition there. Okay, so then we can have this git repo default branch. This is static method. If null feature get dot operations. Dot feature. Okay, where did we get that from? Feature operations dot repo default branch. So basically pull in that operation, right? If you're running this, now you're running that because we're going to grab all the functions in here. So this will basically say the default branch, so return default branch. Okay, right, so so basically the default branch is the base branch right now, but we could swap out that logic for something else if we wanted to, right, by swapping out a different operation implementation network to implement this operation within the system context if we wanted to. Okay. Okay. Spec contributing NLP on contributing docs to determine new docs. Okay, so let's see. Later. Okay, so process YAML / process.yaml. Alice.yaml, yeah, we'll just say Alice.yaml. Okay, or process.yaml. case, take JVM. All right, so there we go. Okay, so 286 base branch. Okay, there's base branch, base branch, base branch. Okay, so here we need to be doing check out the base branch, and then we do check out dash B. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Add remote home. Okay, so great. So then we need dash body. We'll just say body. All right, and then I think it is good from there. So they have a way to do the branch nowadays. Oh yeah, no, that's not an issue. Okay, so here add label, add ascending, add milestone, issue. Okay. Yeah, so they did have something which was attaching a branch to an issue recently, which I thought would be interesting here, but they don't seem to have that right now. So, okay, so body would be the related issue. Okay. So, but we don't actually even care about the related issue here. Yeah, we don't care about the related issue here. We care about the related issue when we're actually doing the commit message. So, related issue. So here, so where is GitHub? All right, so GitHub overlay. So with the GitHub overlay, you can have this README issue, and you can say, message, README message. README commit message, okay. Okay, so we got the README commit message. Okay. README issue. Okay. Okay. So this thing takes a related issue. README commit message. All right, so great. So when we have this README, so we apply this GitHub issue overlay, and then when we do that, it'll create a GitHub issue README object, and README issue. Okay. New type, README issue object. Okay. So GitHub issue README. This is becoming a README issue. Okay, and then so this creates the README issue. Right, so I think this returns a URL. So yeah, I think we get a URL out of the output from the sub process. So right. For event result and command event issue create title. Recommended community standards. README. Okay. Body. README issue body. I'll say body. And so that should be, the title should be configurable as well. Alright, so we'll make the title optional. Okay, we'll make the issue string. And then we'll give it the body of the issue. So let's link to this conduct. Right, okay, so okay, so reference to this. Okay, so README issue. Okay, so let's maybe make this. Okay, so the README. So let's make a repo. And then we'll go to inside community standards, README, add. README body. Let's see. What did they say? Writing a README. Okay, there we go. So we'll link to their thing. Writing contributing guidelines. So we'll link to their thing as well. Alright, okay, so we'll do that on contributing guidelines one. And then down here. Right. So then what do we want? We want subprocess standard out. So is okay, so events is the events we want to receive. Read otherwise we pass through the read line. Okay, so if event is subprocess std out, that means that we're getting the whole standard out, and in that case we want to do return results dot script, the URL of the issue created. Okay. Alright, and so this one won't be a static method. Okay. Now we're going to do repo.url. Okay, so okay, so here README await outside of async function. So this needs to be async def then 133, so this needs to be async. Okay, and reiterate, also needs to be async. Get branch. README issue. Where shall we put it? Okay, so README issue. README commit message. So issue URL. So we'll say extract.dedent, and then we'll quote .lstrip, right? And we'll say, let's say was recommended community standard README, right? So we'll do the same thing as the issue title, and we'll say related or closes, and then the issue URL. Right? Okay, so that should be the README commit message, right? README issue. Okay, so this generates the README commit message, provided you are using GitHub. If you aren't using GitHub, then you need to generate the README commit message on your own. You can't use this overlay to do it. Okay, so README issue is not defined. Now it's going to be meta issue. Meta issue body. Okay. Body. Repo. Body. Okay. The difference here is that there is no optional meta issue body. Async 4, also async. Okay. And this should be return text wrap.dedent, and then we'll basically just do this checklist here. README. So if README that. So this would be the issue. Okay. Okay. That URL. It's readme.md. Okay. README path. README path. Relative to directory. Okay, so relative to directory. What can we do? Can we like say it as Windows path or can we say, how can we say Unix path? That's URI. That's what we can do. Okay. README. Okay. So I'm gonna issue bodies. Okay. Okay, holy shit. Okay, that was a lot of code. I'm gonna take a little break here. We're coming back to this. This was a shit fuck ton of code. Holy shit, this was a lot of code. Okay. At least it's clean now. So let's clean this. Okay. So please contribute recommended community standards. Let's get let's please contribute. Okay, so in progress on Git and GitHub overlays. everything. Alright, so so where are we? Well, we just pushed up stuff to the README. We haven't tested any of it yet, and we need to finish basically the thing where we load them now from the system context, which they are with all the overlays. So we'll go through it, and we'll go through and we'll basically say is facing things overlay. Okay, so to do merge all overlays into one